Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Zay's Garage here for another one. I know a lot of you guys are wondering why I sold my 340. It was attracting so many people to the channel. The channel had been doing the best that it had ever been doing, and I sold it. Yes, I actually sold it. I mean, honestly, I'm still in disbelief that I sold the car. But it was the right decision to make. And in today's video, I'm going to explain to you why I made that decision. So let's go on ahead and dive into it. For you guys to know why I sold my 340, we have to go back in time, okay? I didn't buy my 340 just because I wanted it. I didn't even know what the B58 platform was at the time that I purchased my car. I didn't know that it was a highly capable, highly tunable car from BMW. I didn't know that if I modded it, it would attract so much attention to my channel. In fact, this isn't what my channel was about months ago. It wasn't about modding cars and racing them down the strip and, and showing you guys, doing all these how-tos and showing you guys a highly tuned B58 engine looks like. I never even personally aimed for that. The reason that I bought my 340 was actually because it was sort of an investment into a rental car business that I started myself. And many of you guys have heard of Turo. And Turo basically is just an app, a car sharing app. It's like the Airbnb for your cars. And I bought my 340 at the time. I was cross shopping it with other, kind of like high-end performance cars like the Golf R, the Jeep Grand Cherokee SRT, and that's just to name a few of them. And I found for the money that I was paying for my 340, I found it to be the best thing to buy at the time. And I pulled the trigger on a 340. I found it for about $26,000. And it was the first time I'd ever owned a German car or had a car that nice in my life. I absolutely loved it. It was great. But my plan wasn't to mod it. My plan was to rent it out. The first week that I bought that car, I put it on Turo because I wanted somebody else to cover the cost of the car for me. And thus, I rented it out. I was making basically the monthly payment back on that car every single week, every single month, and I was just driving it for my own enjoyment on the weekends or whenever it wasn't rented out, because I just wanted to have a really nice car that I didn't also have to take the financial hit from. But guys, then COVID happened. Freaking COVID. It happened. Essentially, COVID ruined everything. When COVID hit, I had to take my 340 off of Turo, and I had to start eating the monthly payment of the car personally. And I had taken out a pretty quick loan on my 340. It was actually a 48-month loan. So 48-month loan on a car that costs $27,000 is going to be a little bit of change. And I didn't put very much down on my 340. I just put enough down on it just to cover the out of the door costs. And what effectively I had was a car with a 48-month loan that I was paying almost $700 a month for. Okay, right, $700 a month. That's a lot of money, but it made sense because my Turo business was doing so well that it covered so much of it that effectively I only had to pay, maybe $100 a month for my 340, because that's how much it was renting out and that's how well it was doing at the time. But that all changed when COVID hit. It just completely messed the whole situation up. And at first it hit pretty hard, I had to start paying that $700 monthly payment, and I was like, gosh, this is not as fun as it was when I didn't have to pay for it. But at the same time, I started to learn a little bit more about the car that I bought. I learned that the 340 had a very capable, platform in it, the B58 platform that's also in today's Supra, in the new Supra. And I got the mod bug really bad because in quarantine, I was bored There's nothing else to do, and I love cars, so effectively, you know, I found some way to fill my time with cars because I couldn't fill it up how I had been before. And it started with buying new wheels and tires because I thought the stock rims on that car were hideous. And it went on and on and on. And eventually what I found is that you guys loved that kind of content. That you guys loved me, you know, doing mods to my car and showing the potential of the B58 platform. I had no clue that it was such a new platform and that so many people were trying to actively hop on board and join this massive party of what that car is. Not a single clue. And I just happened to hit the lotto when I started modding it and everybody started showing a ton of interest in my videos. And it helped the channel grow from like, I think I had like 200 or 300 subscribers to like 750 now, and it's still increasing because of the B58 videos that I posted. So I just never would have saw that coming. But anyways, we have to talk about what's happening now, okay? I sold the car because it was paid for before and it didn't have to take so much out of my pocket. But now, in the midst of this pandemic, in the midst of not having this aid to help me anymore, I have to pay for this car straight. And that was definitely hitting me at the time. Now, I'm 24 years old. I just graduated college 2 years ago, and I'm trying to, you know, be fiscally responsible, you know? So with trying to, you know, pay back, you know, debts and pay back and trying to get the right financial foot forward, that was kind of a hard thing to stomach. So essentially, even though everything was going well, that's pretty much why I sold it. But here's the thing. I found how well, you know, buying a car and doing mods on it does on YouTube. It's been found that people can buy a certain car, mod it, grow a following here on YouTube, and use the proceeds to pay for their car if they just work hard enough. I didn't know that before. I do know that now. And if I had went into buying my 340 with that mindset, this would have been totally different. This would have totally been different. It would have made sense to keep it because I would have changed how I did out my loans. I would have changed, you know, my expectations for the car. I would have planned for it more. I would have planned for it better. So even though I didn't want the weight of that car financially, I'm willing. And this is a little bit about what's next for the channel. I'm willing to get a second car, a replacement for the 340 sometime next year, that I'm going to make content on. I'm gonna, you know, do mods, modifications, show you guys once again the potential of that car and have fun with it and build it out. But this time around, I have to prepare for it in a different way. And that's currently what I'm working on right now. Without that massive car payment, you know, I can prepare for what's ahead, guys. And with the kind of money that I was paying for my 340, I mean, I could have had an M3. Like, I straight up could have had an F80 M3 for that kind of money. Not a 48-month loan, but I would have been comfortable owning an M3. So that was one of the bigger reasons why I sold my 340. Like, the B58 is a very amazing, it's a very capable platform, but it's not the S55 platform. I can't get 700 horsepower with the same stock turbos on the B58 platform. And you know, there's so many things that the F80 and pretty much, you know, any like M car has over the 3 Series or the F30 platform. Is just the F30 is not built to be raced around a track. Sure, it's built to be quick, but it's not a track car for the street like the M3, the M4, or your M5s, whatever you have it. There are restrictions that you are going to hit at a certain power number. You know, with the B58, it seems like 600 horsepower, which is absolutely phenomenal for a car that comes from the factory from 300. The fact that you can almost double your horsepower with the right supporting mods is absolutely insane, but that's the limit. The S55 platform, or you know, even the S58 platform, which is already in the new X3M, and it's also going to be in the new M3 and M4. Has just so much untapped potential, and I see a really big opportunity there to create content and to grow this channel, because there are not going to be a lot of content creators making content about the S58 platform, and the S58 is the successor to the B58. I'm sorry, it is a beefed up version of the B58, and it is the successor to the S55. People are going to want to see videos about that, and currently that is what I am shooting for. I do want to work towards getting a S58 powered car on this channel, and kind of just going through the capabilities of that car, and you know what can be done, and you know whether that's an X3M, whether that's an M3 or M4, I'm not really sure what that looks like, but that is what I'm working towards. And so as for having a really, you know, expensive car on the channel for right now, that is just gonna be put on hold until I can get my hands on that S58 powered car. But what I haven't told you guys, and that's gonna be coming in my new video, is there actually is a car that is going to be my budget daily driver until this car comes along. I will reveal that to you guys in a video that I have coming out soon, but I'm pretty sure many of you might be able to guess it if you guys know me personally, but I'm gonna leave that for the next video. Hope this video explained to you why I sold my 340. Like I said, you have to go back into the past. And it makes a lot more sense now that I've seen what you can do with a channel, and you know, and how you can make content, and how you guys react to it when you have a car that everybody wants to build and wants for themselves. You know, it's just an amazing experience. It's an amazing feel. I never had ever been so motivated to make content for you guys, because you guys were the ones that were pushing me along, and you guys are also going to be the reason why I'm getting an S58 power car. I'm hoping to do that sometime within the next year. It's gonna take some work. I might have to get an extra job, but I'm gonna make it happen for you guys. Once again, guys, thanks so much. If you follow my 340 build, please don't leave, guys. I got some great stuff coming in the future, and I got some great stuff coming with my budget daily driver build that I'm gonna be revealing to you guys in the next video or so. So please stay tuned. You don't want to miss it, guys. It's been another video, Zay's Garage, guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe. You don't want to miss what's happening. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.